Don't go and plant anything unless you have an appetite to eat it, or unless you have a market that says, when you grow it, I'll buy it. That is something, as a business person, an entrepreneur, you have to know. I went to the United States as a teenager, so I had a chance to learn American culture as a teenager, and then as an adult, working and living in the United States and not being able to come back to Ethiopia. And it was the years that I missed Ethiopian food terribly. When you go to college, you learn skills, you learn the discipline of inquiry and learning and practicing a particular area. And my area at the time was in telecom. And I got involved and very deeply engaged in the information technology sector. I succeeded to reach the level of vice president in AT&T as one of the largest companies in the world. And I had a very large responsibility. My passion has always been to come back to Ethiopia to do something in agriculture. But I didn't go to ag school, and I did not study what to do about agriculture in a developing economy. So when I came back, I literally had to go back on a research mission for over 2 months by myself, my little camera and my notebook and my backpack. And I traveled in southern Spain, southern Europe, mostly France and Italy, and then in California, to understand similar climates and what can be done in agriculture. So I had to learn about agriculture. One of the things I learned is, from the independence of being a farmer, you had to also be creative, because everybody can grow something. So I started looking and saying, my God, the conditions in Ethiopia are absolutely perfect for growing high-value T-hybrid roses. And T-hybrid roses means big-headed roses. So I produced T-hybrid roses, then I had to go figure out who's going to buy them. Because at that time, buying roses from Ethiopia was not a very well-known thing. We learned that to succeed to opening a business, you have to understand the environment that you're in. You have to know the government, and you have to know your market. This was all about waking up every day early in the morning and getting things done. Going to the government office, learning the rules and regulations, and then going to Europe and finding the market and saying, will you buy this? And they would say, we don't like that. We like it this way or that way. We like this variety or that variety. Markets are subjective, and markets are also sometimes unkind. Don't go and plant anything unless you have an appetite to eat it, or unless you have a market that says, when you grow it, I'll buy it. That is something, as a business person, an entrepreneur, you have to know. And if you test it, you'll be surprised that the market will teach you more than what you've learned from yourself. The market will tell you, it's too red, it's too light, it's too short, it's too fat, it doesn't taste right. That's the market feedback you need before you do the next step. At that time, the roses were fine, good business. Ethiopia's production was growing, and the flower industry has created more than 50,000 jobs. If you take that by household, that's more than 150,000 jobs. Floriculture wasn't really what I had as a vision for what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I've sold out of the company, and it's moved on. And I moved on to create a new company called Omega Farms in horticulture. We grow fresh vegetables for the European market, but we add value by top and tailing, or cutting the vegetables, putting them in packages and sealing them, and presenting them to European markets according to the standards of the supermarkets and the consumers of the European market. Other than working and building my farm at Omega, I became involved in international groups with World Farmers Organization. I've gotten involved with many other aspects of the international movement to help improve the lives of smallholder farmers. These are essential elements of being able to succeed as an entrepreneur. Believe in yourself, have self-confidence, and secondly, be open-minded and willing to listen and learn. And thirdly, be a persevering, stomach-strong person who will be willing not to fall down and get back up again, but doing it again and again and again.